Yeah. Yeah. Let's go Ravens. Let's go Ravens. Hey, I never doubted you guys. What's going on, LBHT crew B? What is going on?
I'll tell you, man, that was a great game.
Yes.
That we watched today, and then also the Ravens came through for you, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Hey B, do me a favor. Post that link one more time and post it one more time. Look, the chat is hot. Felipe Moreno. What we're not gonna do is you're not gonna spam the chat right out the gate, man. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. And Felipe, we're not gonna talk about what you said and what you didn't say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. Okay. Listen, Felipe. Listen. The streets are talking. The streets are watching you. All right. If I were you,
the streets, they don't like what they're seeing, man.
They don't like what they're hearing. They don't like it, yo. So let's calm down. Look, yeah, props to Owe, man. He made a clutch play, and I told you guys, man, like if Owe plays
a couple clutch plays.
Yes,
I mean,
it
wasn't a sack, obviously, but he came out of coverage, came up and got that hit on Mahomes for the interception.
Yeah, that's
beat his man for that. I mean, look, that forced fumble was outstanding.
Yes,
outstanding, and recovered it.
And he was being held. he was being held. He had enough wherewithal to reach out and knock that ball out. And like B said, he recovered it. So yeah, big props to Owe. Great play. Still give me a right tackle.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously, we talk about it all the time. You want to build around Lamar. Didn't think that Owe was going to be effective. Starting out, I thought he was kind of a project, but no, man, he's playing well.
He's playing well. That conversation is for another day, man. Like, we're gonna celebrate this win because me and B did not pick the Ravens to win this. Obviously, right? I mean, some of you guys might say, "Oh yeah, I never doubted them." You doubted them, of course you did. We all did for understandable reasons,
What's up, Jay?
Oh, we heard y'all. Hey. What did they say on like with those mainstream media when they get things wrong? Like,
I was wrong, right?
I was wrong, right? Oh, I inspired him. I inspired him, right? Yeah, we were motivating him. No. Look. When B get things wrong, we got no problem owning up to it, especially if it's regarding our own team. Yes, everybody get in here. Yes. And why
Jerome, you guys? Yes, they are.
Well, we can talk about both of them. We can talk about both of them for sure. Look, guys, if you're new in here, hit that like button and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here, man. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, I just pinned a comment in there. It's a link to what we use as a super chat. Okay, that's our Streamlabs. So you guys, I know you guys are pumped up. You want to get your comments in. We're not going to be able to read everyone, but if you want us to read it, hit up that Streamlab or right above B. That's a Cash App, $LBHT show. You can do either one. You leave a donation, and we'll read your comment on air. All right.
Don't feel real.
Yeah. Our man E's in that house. What's up, E? What's up? He said we up late. Yeah. Look. Yeah. And this is not because the Ravens won. We're always planning on live streaming after this game. Because our schedule on the weekends is a little crazy. So, like, not every Sunday we're going to be able to live stream right after a game, which is why we didn't live stream earlier, because I wanted to live stream after the Panthers game, to be honest. But, just our schedules wouldn't allow us. The late games, we're a little bit, it's a little bit easier to manage, even though it's late. But, yeah, so that's why we're here. But, yeah, man, look, a lot of Owe talking here, man. Great play by Owe. Don't want to take that away from him at all. But this is about Lamar. Okay.
Yeah. Look, he may be right now, Pugo. He may be.
Listen. Yeah, for sure. But we're not going to take anything away from what Lamar did because I'm gonna tell you, if we don't win that game, if the Chiefs end up kicking that field goal and winning that game, all we're going to hear about is Lamar's 2 interceptions.
Yeah,
we're not going to hear about how the defense looked terrible all game long. They looked terrible outside of Owe and Matabike, right? We're not gonna figure out about Matabike either. Matabike played like a monster.
Yeah.
But if but they get a pass. You know, I'm frozen over there. They get, you know, they always get a pass. Again, this is why we say defund the defense, right? Because it's never going to be on the defense to win or lose a game. Like, now they came through tonight after they gave up some terrible touchdowns, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, terrible. Like, no,
I was shocked to see Marlon Humphrey getting beat by DeMarcus Robinson for a touchdown.
Yes, but that happens. But that happens. Okay, whatever.
Man.
The touchdown from Pringle. I'm like,
yeah, Byron Pringle, the Chipman, and Travis Kelce.
Just like
just running through the defense like they weren't there, because I mean they weren't there.
Man, Patrick Queen did not look good. Yeah.
That's kind of a running theme.
Yeah, but you know, but Tavon Young redeemed himself. That was a good interception by Tavon Young. But yeah, they came through at the end. They forced 2 turnovers, which is exactly what we needed. And you know, look, everybody redeemed themselves. Lamar had a terrible first quarter.
Yeah.
You know, he overthrew Hollywood, then threw the pick 6. I mean, it can't get any worse than that, right? And then he threw another interception right there.
I mean, and yeah, I mean, we're talking about the throw. Like, the throw was whatever. Like, it was the decision, right? It was throwing into triple coverage for absolutely no reason.
I did see, like, when they replayed it, Tyrann Mathieu did bait him into that, because Tyrann Mathieu, guys, you know why I wasn't too upset about it? Because Tyrann Mathieu isn't a good safety. He's a great safety. Great safety. This man is 29 years old, right? 3-time first team All-Pro. This man is the real deal. So for him to trick Lamar like that, he could do that against any quarterback in the league. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a good play. But yeah, he's still
emphasis. And thanks for coming through. Emphasis. That jump touchdown to Hollywood was beautiful. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. But you know, that's what we said. I picked the Chiefs to win by double digits. And you know, early on it looked like it was going that way. Yeah. But you know, that's why we say, as long as they have Lamar, they have a chance in any game.
Yes.
Because he is a superstar player.
And make no mistake, Lamar is what won them that game. Always sealed the deal. Yeah. Lamar put them ahead late again, like he did last week, right? Lamar, he climbed himself out of the hole that he created, but he got them that win. So yeah, man, yeah, great game. That was an entertaining game. Look, it's always gonna be entertaining when you see Lamar and Mahomes play. Mahomes is always gonna put on a show.
Yeah. What's up, Just Allo? He said that was a super clutch performance by Lamar, Owe, and the Ravens. Great job by the coaches for a change.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you guys are excited, man. We're gonna read some of these comments. Also, like we said, man, make sure you're hitting up that not our super chat, but we use that as super chat. Cash App right above B, $ LBHT show. Or if you want to use the Streamlabs, hit up the Streamlabs, leave a donation, leave your comment, and we will read it on air. Agent E says, "Let's go." But again, look, we want to celebrate this. We want to celebrate this win. It's great. But these are the frustrations that me and B have with John Harbaugh, because you can have a game like we had last week where we look totally unprepared, and this week the pressure's on, right? The pressure's on. You can't go out there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's hurt. Like, you can't go down 0-2 and you can't look like you don't belong on the field. But when Harbaugh feels some pressure, his greatest trait comes out. And what's his greatest trait be?
Self-preservation. All
of a sudden they get aggressive. They start passing more. They start doing things you don't normally see them do.
Well, yeah, all of a sudden, you're telling Lamar, run the ball, go make plays. They didn't even hesitate to decide to go for it on that last 4th down play.
They didn't even try to hard count it. They said, "Let's go."
Yeah, because they said we got to have this win.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but he needs to coach like that all the time.
Yes, yeah, that's how Andy Reid coaches. Because that 4th down, like, that's exactly what they did in the playoffs last year to the Chiefs, and they did that with the backup, right? Because Mahomes was to the Browns. Yeah,
with Chad Henne.
Yeah, with Chad Henne, they're like, "Yeah, go ahead and throw it for a 1st down." Like, what do you mean? Go and throw it. Right. Get the first down.
Like, do you know who I am? You're like, yeah, I said go throw it. But, yeah.
Yes, Hollywood is on pace to have 100 receptions and 1,000 yards. He had another excellent game.
Yeah.
I told you guys, man, Hollywood, he's gonna have a breakout year. He is ready.
Yeah. Hollywood's playing like a number one wide receiver. Yes, he is. Like, and you know, I mean, he's been playing well over the last couple of years. I mean, he's had some rough spots for sure. You know, a lot of injuries in his rookie year. He had that drop issues for a little while, last year. But you know, he's always shown the ability. But Baltimore doesn't throw the ball enough. They're not aggressive enough for him to really put up big numbers.
Right.
But you know. He may get there this year. I mean, obviously, you got to factor in Rashad Bateman coming back in a couple weeks into what his final numbers will be. But Hollywood, he's showing that he's definitely got the ability.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let's read a couple more comments, man. I know you guys are. Oh boy, here we go. Oway, yes. Shaheen says Oway for president. Okay, all right. Oway for president. That's what's up. When Bateman finally gets in the lineup, it might be a problem. Oh, go ahead, click on it. Jake P. Yes. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, man. I saw him out there on the sideline. He looks anxious to get out there. So yeah. But like we said, the aggressiveness that they showed tonight, that's how they need to play every game.
Mm-hmm.
Oway, critical play.
Mr. Ricketts?
Yes. Look, all the props to Oway, man. All the props. There's no shade thrown his way at all.
Saved us. He saved the defense for sure.
He saved the defense. Look, like I said, Lamar gave you the lead at the end of the game once again. And me and B were on the phone, and I said, look, it's all in the defense right now, right? Like you can't bring up anything that Lamar did in the first quarter. He brought you all the way back. The defense gave up 28 points. They gave up 28 points. Last year, we were second in points against with 18 points per game is what we were giving up. So this is 10 points more than what we usually give up. And a team that's built on defense, 28 points is just too much. So I told B, they had to make a stop. 28 points, they have to say enough's enough. You don't get any more, not even a field goal. And they did it. So props to them for that.
Yeah, well, one man did it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, for sure.
Where is Andrews in the red zone? Hey, Jerome, the same place he's at on the rest of the field, which is nowhere, which is counting his money. I don't know. Because you saw what an elite tight end looked like in week 1 and again in week 2 with Darren Waller and Travis Kelce. I don't think any Ravens fans will tell you that's what Mark Andrews has ever looked like.
No.
Yeah.
But it is. I mean, Andrews a good tight end.
Yeah, he's a good tight end.
Look, it's not the most egregious signing. He's a good tight end. It is what it is. Me and B wouldn't have paid him that. We wouldn't have paid him that. But look, it's fine. It's done.
Yeah. It's fine because they won, right?
Jonathan Washington says, again, we spent all this time and money on the defense just for them to give up 35 points. Now 28 points. We had a pick 6. And not want to tackle. Lamar literally showed us we got as far as he goes this offseason. We need to get him help. Yeah, absolutely. But,
that's what we always say, #8 is the way. Yeah. It's Lamar's going to take you wherever you're going to go, not the defense.
Exactly. Exactly. That jump pass, though, that jump touchdown pass, that's going to be one of the iconic plays of the year.
Yeah.
And he threw a spiral.
Right.
In the air. Yeah. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was just trying to get rid of the ball. I was just like, wait, where's that? Oh, he's open. Hollywood's open.
Yeah. Agent E. Panthers looking good this year. They are looking good so far. Yeah, they are.
Panthers are going to finish top 3 in defense, I think.
Mm-hmm. Thank God Villanueva didn't give up 20 sacks like I was expecting him to. I thought he was going to play better this week just because there's no way he could play as bad as he did in week 1. And I figured he'd play better moving over to the left side. Now, I mean, I wouldn't say that he was great or anything, obviously, but the line held up for the most part.
But you know what they did. faster, got the ball out a little bit faster. They ran the ball a whole lot more, ran some RPO a whole lot more, things that they didn't do in the first week, So, yeah.
Trademark that now.
Trademark what? What are we trademarking?
Z the Beast.
Z the Beast. What's up? Oh wait.
Panthers
and Ravens doing well. Podcast about to blow. Yes. Yes. Shout out to Panthers Nation, man. We didn't get the live stream earlier today.
Yeah.
But that was a big win. Like I told you, that was a big win. Yes. You can make excuses. Any team can make excuses when they lose, right? And the Saints had a lot of players out, and half their coaching staff was out, right? So I'm sure that was a struggle for them. But look,
I'm confused too, Terrence.
Yes, what's going on with that? Only 7 likes. Oh no, hold on. We had 30 people in here right now. So you guys take a minute to hit that like button, and if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. We got some dope content here, and make sure you're following us on our social media. If you look right above me at LBHT Show, that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Okay, we're getting better at posting stuff. Every day, every other day, somewhat. Look out for some new content tomorrow. All right, but just Aloe, what's going on? I thought Averett made some clutch plays down the stretch after a rough start. The defense as a whole played better those last couple of series. But sheesh, man, going into that fourth quarter, oh my god, like they made some plays. They closed out well, but man, they were just leaving them wide open in the middle of the field. It's just like, here, you can have that, take that.
And look, it is the Chiefs. You expect that elite players make plays, right? So you expect Travis Kelce's going to get some yards. You expect Tyreek Hill would make some plays and everything, but they were giving up stuff to guys not named Tyreek and Travis. So that's what was concerning through the majority of the game. But second half and particularly in the fourth, they stepped up a bit and they tried to clamp down. And then obviously Owe came through with that game saving forced fumble on Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
So the defense kind of redeemed themselves to a point. And to be honest, I don't really have too many concerns about the defense as a whole for the season. They've got all the talent. They've been there before. They're 3 years running a top 5 defense. I think they'll be fine. My concern has always been with the offensive line and the talent in general on offense.
And the consistency.
Yeah, Lamar, I think has stepped his game up another level from where he's been. Hollywood, I think, is there as well. But outside of that, obviously they had some major injury issues at running back. But I think they've got a really good one in Tyson Williams. But they got to give him the ball. They gotta ride him.
I think he got less touches than he did last week.
I don't think he ended up with. Well, yeah, he did. I think because he didn't have the catches this week. I don't think.
No. Now, Latavius Murray played fine. Again, it's one of those things where they're going with the veteran, right? That's all it is. They're going with the veteran, and he played well. Although it could have been disastrous, that fumble he had where Duvernay bailed him out. If that happened to Tyson, you probably wouldn't see him play.
No,
again.
Tyson had more touches. He had 13 carries for 77 yards.
Whew.
And 2 catches for 16 yards.
Okay.
But Latavius came in with 9 carries for 36 yards on the touchdown. They got to stop him around from stealing his touchdowns.
Yeah.
What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon, man? Thanks for coming through. Yes. What a game. For sure. Terrence says Devontae Freeman washed though. He had that one big run. I was like, uh-oh. Can we see?
No, see, because that's the thing. And I'm glad. This is the one time I'm glad that they didn't follow up with the hot hand because there's not a running back alive who wouldn't have made that play. Nobody was near him, right? Like he cut up field and there was nobody there. Yeah, he had one other carry. He lost 2 yards. Right. So I can't remember the last time Robin called a great game like this. Because. What we give Greg Roman credit for, and calling a great game is calling Lamar Jackson's number over and over and over.
Yeah.
That's what calling a great game looks like for Greg Roman.
I don't think it was a great coaching job, right? Again, man, I don't want to sound like a downer when we win. Like, I'm happy that we won, and I'm not gonna crush anybody too hard today, even the people that I still have some criticisms for. I don't think it was a great coaching job. I think you saw a masterful performance from Lamar, right? That's why he's one of the best in the league. He got off to a terrible start, and he just redeemed himself after that. Right, he didn't make too many mistakes after that, and he made some big plays. Like the jump pass wasn't a design play, right? he just made the play. Those runs where Lamar's picking up these these huge chunks of yards, that's just him making a great play. That's not what they drew up before
that's
Lamar.
Right. That's right, Mr. J.
Yeah.
Cam, CMC, and even Jerome Simpson made it look cool.
yes. Jerome Simpson made it look the best, man. I mean, I gave him a 10 for that flip. He landed on his feet.
So did Cam. Cam got hit twice and landed on his feet.
Yeah, he did. But Jerome Simpson flipped over a person and landed on his feet. That was. If you guys don't know about that play, because that was a while ago, we should look at Jerome Simpson. Deep Mahmood, what's going on? Here's how gutsy the 4th and 1 call was. The Ravens were stuffed. We had a 33%, honestly closer to 5 of winning. If we punted, we would have 60% probability, probably 15 and 25 of winning. No, we wouldn't have had a 60% chance of winning if we punted. We would have had about a 5% chance of winning, because a minute left, that offense is going to go right down the field, and Harrison Butker would have kicked that game-winning field goal. I think that wasn't. I don't think that was a gutsy call. I think that was the only call, and I'm glad he made it, because I didn't think he was going to do it.
Yeah,
but I mean, you have to. You can't give the ball back to them. You have to be able to pick up a yard.
Can you imagine what Lamar would do with even one of Pat Mahomes' weapons to go with Hollywood? Well, he's got one. His name is Sammy Watkins. He's there now.
Yeah.
That used to be one of Pat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Rashad ain't in there yet.
Well, he'll be back in a few weeks. I am excited to see Rashad Bateman out there.
Yeah.
But again, man, man, don't be afraid to pass that ball.
Yeah.
Don't be what the Chiefs showed you tonight is what a lot of teams feel about Lamar Jackson. They are terrified of him running the ball. And even on passing plays, they're still looking to see if he's going to run. They're not paying attention to the wide receivers. And you got somebody like Hollywood that's just eating up the secondaries. He's going to be doing that all season long. And if Rashad Bateman can play, he's going to be doing that too. There's going to be a lot of open wide receivers out there that Lamar can hit. Don't be discouraged if he has a bad throw here and there. Every player has it. Every quarterback has it, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to go right back to him and say, hey, don't worry about it. We're going to hit you next time. So, yeah. We saw playoffs Hollywood tonight. Yeah, you're going to see that every game from Hollywood, I think.
Yeah, King, I think that's regular Hollywood. I think that, if they commit to passing the ball, that's what you'll see out of Hollywood. Yeah,
absolutely. Like I said, the problem in the past was we focused too much on the drops, the missed passes from Lamar and stuff like that, because we didn't pass the ball enough, right? So any mistake from the offense, it was crushing because we weren't going to run it back. You know, you saw tonight they didn't let that get to them. They said, hey, look, let's just stick to our game plan. Let's keep doing what we do. Let Lamar be himself, and it worked. So they need to do more of that.
Absolutely. We'll see if they actually do, though. I mean, because when you have those people who step up when their back is against the wall, like John Harbaugh, they tend to go right back to what they were doing before once the pressure's off.
But we'll see. I mean, because look, this win reminded me of the 14-2 season when we beat Seattle. That Seattle game is what I think catapulted us into that that win streak. Because then we just come off a loss to the Browns. I think we had. I think we did. Yeah. And there were a lot of questions at that point.
I was honestly expecting them to go on a win streak after this game, regardless. Even if they lost, I thought they would win their next 6.
But when you have a big win like this, it builds so much confidence. Right. Yeah. And that's why I feel about the Panthers too. That's what I told you earlier. I said this is a huge win because I think Sam Darnold. No, neither one of us think Sam Darnold's great. No. Right. We still have our doubts about Sam Darnold, but somebody like him, you build up those wins. especially a win like today, is going to build confidence for him, man. I think he's somebody he needs that momentum, and everybody else around him is going to play great. But the defense is going to play great. You have Christian McCaffrey's playing great, and guys, just be on the lookout for Christian McCaffrey. He's going to be a candidate for MVP. Like he does it all out there. So
and all at an extremely high level.
Yes. So they're all going to play great. He just needs to not mess up out there. So yeah, man, that was big.
Yes. Legend.
Mm-hmm. And the Panthers play on Thursday night against the Texans. I think that's going to be another win for the Panthers. So 3-0.
Yeah, I think so. Today, like you said, the Saints were missing a lot of key players. They were missing Marshawn Lattimore. They were missing Marcus Davenport, even Davenport's backup, Tano Passignon. They were missing Eric McCoy, their center, and they were missing like seven coaches. They had their third string quarterback handling substitutions for them because they didn't have enough of a coaching staff there.
Yeah.
So they weren't the test that I thought they would be on the field. Carolina pretty much handled them, but there is something to be said for that, right? Like if you are a good team, that's how you're supposed to beat teams like that. They beat them 26-7. They turned over Jameis a few times. And look, they had a great game. The defense was dominant again for the second week in a row. I expect them to play like that again on Thursday. I don't think they're really going to be tested until they play Dallas in week 4. With Dak and Lamb and Amari Cooper and Zeke. That'll be a big test for Carolina's defense. But it's encouraging to see them beat worse teams the way they should.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Offensively, I think their offense is a little bit of a mirage right now. I'm not really sold on them. They're doing a lot of things for Donald. They're using a lot of motion, a lot of play action. They're moving the pocket a lot to try to mitigate their offensive line. They're throwing a lot of short, quick passes. They're dumping it off to McCaffrey a lot, and they're leaning on McCaffrey. He had another 29 touches today after 31 in week 1. But the thing with Darnold, what we saw is like he is still the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves to jump on Jameis for the bad decisions, where he panics and just throws the ball up. Sam Darnold does the exact same thing. He did that several times in this game. It just hasn't hurt him yet,
right?
Because they haven't played anybody who was actually a threat.
But
so we'll see moving forward with him.
Yes, it hasn't hurt him yet, but it's easier to go back and look at the tape and say, hey, correct this for next time, right? After a win than a loss.
Well, it's easier to try, but I mean, I think the guys that have that in them, they just have that in them. Jameis, I kind of, thought, hey man, maybe Jameis is fixed, right? Like he went to New Orleans and he learned from Breeze and Peyton, and maybe they kind of got that out of him. No, it's still there.
Yeah,
it's there. So it's gonna be about keeping him out of those kind of situations. But Carolina's played really well for the most part. Overall through 2 weeks, I think they're going to get that third win on Thursday, and then I'm really, really looking forward to that Dallas game to get a better gauge on where they are as a team.
It's gonna be that's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Yeah.
Raven Score 08. Thank you for joining the live stream, guys. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Help us out, man. Incredible game. I never even gave them a chance to win this game. Shows you what I know. Look, let me tell you something. Raven Score, anybody else that didn't pick the Ravens to win this game, which is most of us, if we're being honest, you have nothing to feel sorry about. You have nothing to apologize for. You do not owe this team like just unwavering, loyalty, like blind loyalty. Okay.
Right.
If you have doubts about what they're doing, if they don't look good, it's only right that you question them and hold them accountable. Right. They didn't look good last week. There's a lot of questions about coaching, about O-line play, all these things. They and it's still there. Right. I want to see if they're going to continue to play this way, or are they going to do the John Harbaugh thing and play down to the competition. We play the Lions next week. If we go out to and have an ugly game against the Lions, we're gonna be right back where we were, right?
Yeah.
So
what's up, Davon?
So yeah, what's up, man? Thanks for coming through. Couldn't be more happier to be wrong. Yeah, absolutely.
Crow for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I'm not eating any crow. Like I felt what I felt. Like I'm happy.
Yeah, Baltimore didn't give you any reason to think that they had a chance to win this game. After their performance against the Raiders, there was no reason to think that they would be competitive here. But they showed up and they won, and that's great. And you can be happy about it. That's all.
I'm very happy, and we say it all the time. We're always happy when we're wrong about players on our team, right? Mm-hmm. Wrong, in wrong in the right way. Yeah. Wrong in the right way, right? Like I'm happy for Owe, man. I don't want a first round pick to be a bum. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that. Yeah. It doesn't matter how I think he's gonna be. I don't want that. So I'm extremely happy that he's playing well, man. I want him to keep it up. Mm-hmm. So no, this was, man. I'm gonna be smiling about this win all week. So does that? What are you trying to click on?
No, I was checking something in my settings there.
So does that put us number one in the division? We're tied.
I mean, everybody's 1-1, so I don't know who they actually have listed as the number one team right now.
Oh, that's right. No, not Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's 1-1.
Did they win last? No.
Yeah, they beat Buffalo last week. Everybody in that division is 1-1.
Oh, yeah. They did.
So, Baltimore and Pittsburgh both lost to the Raiders.
That's right, because Buffalo, because they said Buffalo didn't have any help, right?
Yeah, they didn't have any help, and then Josh Allen went out and blanked Miami this week, 35-0 with their no help.
So so it's tied. So we're tied up, man.
Cincinnati beat Minnesota. The Raiders beat both Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who Cincinnati even played this week.
They played. Who did they play? Who did Cincinnati play, guys?
It was Chicago. Chicago, so they played.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I'm not sure who they. It might be Cincinnati technically in first, just because of the conference record, because they haven't played anybody in the AFC yet. But it doesn't matter. It's 2 weeks in. So yeah.
Just Alice said I look like Owe. You mean Owe looks like me? I'm old enough to be his dad. Vikings 0-2. Yeah. I told you the Vikings are that team. You look at them on paper and you're wondering what happened. Wait, the Vikings, they lost. What was how did Kirk Cousins do though?
Oh, he did great.
He did great. Yeah.
Listen, look, Kirk had himself a solid game.
Yeah.
He was as aggressive as he needed to be late to get them in position to win. Right. He did his job. And then their kicker missed the kick. And listen, I'm putting that on the coaches because they got down there and they had a good 40-some seconds that they just let run off the clock. They could have, ran another play, tried to get closer, but they just decided to let the clock drain and kick the ball, and he missed.
Look, I'm not putting this loss on Kirk Cousins. I'm not. I'm throwing shade. But the fact is, Kirk Cousins always has good stats. And they lose more than they win with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Producers TV says, "Always player of the game. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Go back and watch that game again. Look at the highlights. Lamar's the MVP. Always did a great job sealing that game. Okay.
Yeah.
But Lamar's is the MVP. Okay. Tyler Huntley wasn't going to get us that win.
Right. Yeah, G-Star. That was a big play he made on Tyreek.
Yes. Yeah.
Happy for Averett.
And Tavon Young with that interception. Like, we're not going to short Tavon Young, man. He had a bad week last week. He stepped up.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, man, that defense, that tackling. I thought Rob Ryan was going to make these guys better tacklers, but man, we can they're not looking good through 2 weeks.
The answer is Tom Brady, just Allah.
Is there anyone easier to root against than Kirk Cousins? Yeah. I don't root for Tom Brady, but
he's a cheater.
Well, you're speaking as a scoring Panthers fan.
I'm speaking as a victim of his cheating. But, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, people just like to sweep that under the rug. No, he's a cheater. Okay. Multiple Super Bowls, just invalid.
Yeah. All right. Look, Producers TV. Oweh didn't force the interception. Mahomes tried to play hero ball. He was already just going down. He's like, I'm gonna try to do a Mahomes thing here. That wasn't necessarily a forced thing. That was I would say that's more of an unforced error on Mahomes, but it was still a good play by Oweh for sure. Like he kind of rushed Mahomes on that, but Mahomes didn't need to make that throw.
I mean, look, to be the player of the game, he would have had to have made more plays. Let's put it that way. Like he seems, through 2 weeks, he seems to have a knack for making a play in the right moment.
Like Tyrann Mathieu,
when they need a play, he seems to know that and step up and make a play. But I mean, Lamar carried the team all night, except for the first couple of series.
Tyrann Mathieu had a pick six and an interception when they're driving to score.
That was way more the Hollywood touchdown.
Yeah,
the would-be touchdown.
Way more impactful than Oweh. And again, I'm not trying to downplay what Oweh did. Right, he sealed the game for us, which is that's the least that defense could have done. The way they played tonight.
What's up, guys? Son? Yeah, no, he forced the fumble. We're talking about he's talking about the interception.
Yeah. We're talking about the interception
when he hit Mahomes when Mahomes was throwing and Tavon Young got the pick.
Yes, yeah.
No, he definitely forced the fumble.
That was a great play. We're not going to get in an argument about Oweh, man. Like,
I'm just giving the young guy some credit. Clearly, Lamar won us the game.
No, we're giving them all the credit, man. Look, Oweh is definitely Oweh. Who we say? Oweh, Madubuike, and Tavon Young, and Averett. He stepped up towards the end. Yeah. But I would say Madubuike and Oweh are the stars of the defense tonight. All right, Madubuike had a really good game. He had a really good game, man. When he blew up that run, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. And again, when we say hashtag defund the defense, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't need to pay these old heads $15 million. Like, I mean,
let the young guys come in and do what you drafted them to do.
Exactly.
And we did get a cash app from my guy Darren. He said for Stevens and Averett had great plays and coverage. Thank you very much, Darren.
Thank you, Darren.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Both Oweh and Stevens, who kind of we looked at and thought they would be projects and maybe not contribute for a year or two. They're both coming in and making plays and playing well.
Yeah. So, what's up, Tough Puppy? He says Mahomes' first pick and lost in September. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. That's incredible, man. Like. Props to Baltimore for forcing the interception and getting the win. But I mean, to be 3 years in as a starter, or 4 years, whatever it is, and to be undefeated in September and it was like 35 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah. Look, let me tell you something. Look, we celebrating tonight. We celebrating Baltimore's win. What we're seeing with Pat Mahomes, I told B this after his first year starting. We might be seeing the greatest quarterback of all time. The greatest quarterback of all time, and Pat Mahomes. How old is he? 26, maybe?
Is he even that old yet?
I don't think he's I'm not even sure if he's even that old. He hasn't even scratched the surface of his potential, of what he's going to be. He's already the best quarterback in the league. We might be seeing the greatest quarterback of all time. I love Lamar Jackson. He's not Pat Mahomes, though. He doesn't have to be Pat Mahomes. We can still win.
Yeah, he is 26. He just turned 26 a couple days ago.
Yeah. That man is so good. He is so good, dude, which is why I'm so happy about this win, man. Like, it's not easy to beat a mixture of Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and being coached by Andy Reid, one of the greatest coaches of all time as well. This is a huge win.
Yeah, okay, we saw him sneak Ben Cleveland in there.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be inactive again.
The announcer snitched on him. He's like, and Ben Cleveland was holding the block. I was like, oh, there he is.
They tried to get a quiet test run.
So Bakari, did he start right tackle? I didn't really hear his name called, so he must have done a solid job tonight.
Yeah, the line held up for the most part. I mean, obviously, I don't think they were great or anything, but it wasn't like Vegas. But also, they ran the ball a lot more consistently than they did against Vegas, and I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the line is going to be a thing, moving forward week to week. You're gonna have to be paying attention to how they play.
Yeah. Jonathan Washington Jr. says, Jose, what do you think of Jimmy Smith tonight? He was all over the field making plays. Oh wait, never mind. He's still hurt. Wow, man.
Like why? Like, you acting like Jimmy wants to be hurt.
We don't. Yeah,
I don't want to be out there.
Hurt, man. I don't do that, man. Like
that's not cool.
Jimmy Smith, to me, at this point, you need those veterans to be healthy for the playoffs, right? Yeah. You need him healthy for a playoff run, and I think Jimmy Smith can still play pretty well. So we're a playoff team. Bring him back towards the end of the season and make sure he's healthy going into the playoffs. That's what we need. We don't need him for week 1 and week 2, so he can rest up. I don't care about that.
Yeah. Andrew, we did the darn thing finally. Yes,
yeah, man.
Yes, they did. And I asked Jose too before the game. I was like, everybody knows that Lamar's 0-3 against Kansas City, and it's this big thing because Lamar can't beat them, and they're the top dogs in the AFC and everything. And I'm just like, how come we don't ever hear about Baker's record against Kansas City?
Right. Or anybody else. He says, you love Jimmy, boy. Look, we've talked about this before. Do you think he's a bad player? Do you guys think Jimmy Smith is a bad player? No. You don't think he's a bad player? The issue with him is that he gets hurt. Yeah, it sucks. He gets hurt, but he can still play, right? And that's what we're talking about. Like, he's on the team, right? There's lots of players that I didn't want here that are on the team that I'm going to root for, and he's hurt right now. It is what it is. When he gets back out there, he's a good cornerback. So that's why I look at it.
Okay, Jonathan's got a question here. How much more confidence have I gained in Sam Darnold on a scale of 1 to 10? 2, maybe.
Look, B is not easily swayed, and I gotta back him up on this because, I feel like if Sam Darnold keeps building momentum, this team could make the playoffs. But 2 games into a 17-game season, you got to see more, right? Honestly, for everybody in the league, you gotta wait until about week 4 or 5 to really see who's gonna be what.
Well, yeah, because it's not just that it's 2 games; it's that it's 2 games and they haven't really played anybody.
Yeah, and he's got some bad tape coming into this year.
And he's got some bad tape from this year. Nobody really wants to talk about it because they've won their first 2 games pretty easily. But like I said, he does the same thing that Jameis Winston does. When he gets pressured, he panics and he makes terrible decisions. He did it multiple times against the Saints. It just didn't bite him. He had the 1 interception where he literally handed the ball to a defensive lineman, but it didn't hurt them in the game. So it's not been a big deal. But he's still the same player that he was.
Right.
And moving forward, they start playing some better defenses, some teams who aren't going to allow them to just sit back and throw those short passes, and teams who can get past that O-line consistently. Then we'll see, if he's grown at all.
Yeah. Eric saying Jimmy Smith's always hurt. Yeah, I know, man. It sucks. But is he a bad player? That's the question. I asked you if he's always hurt. Is he a bad player? Right? No, he's not a bad player. So, yeah, the injury thing is an issue for sure. But the Ravens, they brought him back. What are you gonna do? Right?
Yeah.
There's a guy, Ferris. Ferris says, "What a great game." Yep.
What's going on, Ferris?
Yep. It was, man. It was. Yes, me and B said we did not think that they're going to win this, man.
No, I'm pretty sure he's talking about the Panthers. Ferris is transitioning into a Panthers fan. I think he's talking about the Panthers and the Saints game.
No, don't let Ferris fool you, right? This is what he did during the NBA season with the Knicks. I was this close to converting him to a Nets fan, right? He said he denounced the Knicks, he denounced them, and I said come to Brooklyn, right? And he, remember it was the whole, well, which team should I pick? He did a poll and everything.
He did a Twitter poll and everything, and the next day he bought a Knicks jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, Jonathan Washington. He's a Giants fan. He's a New York everything fan. Our man Brandon from Off the Record podcast. He's a Knicks and Giants fan too. And he's pretty quiet right now. He was trolling before the game. He was saying how Baltimore fans are all nervous. Like, oh, they being real quiet right now. I didn't hear much from him.
It never goes well for the haters, man. It never does.
Tell Puppy, can we please talk about Lamar's throw where he was 3 feet off the ground? Yes, we did talk about it, man. That's gonna be replayed.
Tim Tebow-esque.
Oh yeah, Tim Tebow. Yeah, that was way better than Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow was, he would only do that right on the goal line, though.
Yeah, he did a good little goal line pass. That play, you're gonna see a lot of that on ESPN. If you watch ESPN or whatever, you're gonna see a lot of those highlights, man.
If they manage to go on and win the Super Bowl, when they make a documentary about this season, they're gonna play that highlight as the moment it turned.
Yeah,
as the moment they became that championship team.
Yeah. He said he texted Brandon. Look, I mean, to be fair, it's midnight and this ain't his team. He might be in bed. And I wouldn't stay up for it.
But no, that hate keeps you going late at night. He was up watching, waiting for Baltimore to lose. You know that. Now, once the clock hit 0, he put that phone on silent and went to bed. But he watched it. He watched that game.
Man, I'm so happy we won that game, man, because like I said, hey, look, I'm a Lamar fan, B's a Lamar fan. We defend Lamar in here. The first quarter was one of the worst quarters. In fact, that was the worst quarter since Trent Dilfer for the Ravens. Right? No quarterback has thrown a interception, 2 interceptions in the first quarter since Trent Dilfer. Ironically, that was the Super Bowl year. Yeah. That they did that, but it was a terrible first quarter. But he played wonderful after that. Right, the second quarter, looking good. You moving the ball and everything. We finished with some touchdown drives. Third quarter, he turned it up. Right, and didn't look back. And he played great. He played a great game, and I'm glad that he was able to turn it around and get the win. Because if he had just, if they didn't finish with the win, all we be talking about is the interceptions. We wouldn't be talking about anything else. You guys know it. We wouldn't be talking about anything else that happened in that game. Not the missed tackles, not just players getting beat, not the false starts, the illegal formations, right? The pre-snap penalties that we've been having since last year on the O-line, right? The misuse of timeouts.
Yeah.
Hello, right? Like there's a lot of criticisms. I can.
So that really took me back to the days with Ron Rivera in Carolina. That was a staple of the Panthers offense. Just using timeouts when you didn't need to, so you wouldn't have them later. It was incredible. I love that nostalgia.
Man, there's a few things we could be saying right now, but all that got washed away. And thank you to Owe. Thank you to Owe for sealing the deal. Lamar got us the lead, and I told you, I said, man, like, we don't get this 2-point conversion, they're gonna go down there and kick a field goal. I just hope we have enough time left to answer. But Owe, he came through. So mad props to Owe, man. I'm happy for you, man. Look, so far I'm wrong about you.
I'll tell you what, man. I might buy myself an Owe jersey.
Hey, I might. I'll put it right next to my defend the defense shirt.
But and that's not contradictory because Owe doesn't make anything.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Defund the defense does not mean don't pay the players that are on the team. It means don't pay any more. That's all that means, right? Yeah. It means they're well funded already. They're fine. Stop paying more. Okay. Right. Let these guys ball.
Yeah. So. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right that if they didn't pull out this win, it would be all about Lamar and the mistakes that Lamar made, and that's it. And that's true because that's what it was about in week 1. You know, it was all about Lamar's fumbles and nothing else. They gave up 33 points in that game, and it was all about, Lamar fumbled a couple times. That cost him the game. He's not good enough. Yeah. You know, so that's exactly what it would have been. I wouldn't be surprised if it's still that to an extent. And even somebody asked Lamar Jackson about it, and you have a quote here. It says Lamar Jackson was asked if this is from Sarah Ellison's Twitter. Lamar Jackson was asked if this win will silence some of the questions surrounding him. And Lamar's answer was, quote, noise will go away and then it'll come back somehow. It's always going to be like that as long as I'm playing, so I don't care about it.
That's such a great answer, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a great answer. I mean, it's so true, but I love that. I love that response, y'all. Yeah, it's going to silence him for tonight. And then he'll be back tomorrow. Like, look, by Wednesday, yes,
Listen, when you go out there and you make the plays, people believe.
Absolutely. But I am consistent on this, and B is consistent on this. I don't care how great of a player he turns into. I'm still gonna say, give me the offensive player over the defensive player, right? When we're talking about building around Lamar, getting Owe does not build around Lamar,
right?
And if this O-line doesn't hold up, right, we're gonna be sitting there saying, man, if only we had a tackle. Yeah, if only we had a tackle. I wonder how we could have gotten one, Yeah. So I mean that's great. And like I said, I hope he balls out. I hope he keeps making plays just like that, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't do anything to protect Lamar. That doesn't do anything to help Lamar get, have more weapons on the offensive side of the ball.
Right.
But yeah, back to Lamar's comment though, man. Like I'm glad, I'm glad he said that, and I love how I think he's one of those players that means it. Like I don't care what they say, right? I'm gonna go out there and do me. I don't care. I love that attitude, man, because it's absolutely right. By Wednesday, the media is going to find some way to crap on this win. Tomorrow they're going to celebrate it, right? Because it was a big win. Probably Tuesday. By Tuesday, they'll be saying, "Oh well, he almost lost in the game, and should they go back to more of an RPO style? Should they should they just hand the ball off more? Like they'll find some way to twist this around to Lamar just isn't really that good, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it'll be the Chiefs beat themselves, with that interception and Edwards-Helaire's fumble. The Chiefs beat themselves and kind of bailed out Lamar for his mistakes early. But
Lamar's the only person. Lamar's the only person that's not allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah,
because that throw, we're being real about it. That interception from Pat Mahomes was just a dumb play.
Yeah, it was.
It was just a dumb play. Like you're already. I thought it was a sack. I didn't even think it was actually. I didn't even think he got the pass off. I thought his knee was down, but he did a thing where he wanted to straighten his leg out so he can get the pass off. Like you should have never made that throw. It was a dumb play, but nobody's ever going to say that, right?
Right.
Because great players make mistakes, and it is what it is. That's not indicative of how they are as a player. But Lamar, every single play gets scrutinized. Every single play, every single mistake gets scrutinized. So you could tell Lamar won it tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Just Alice says the sports talking heads don't want running wink quarterbacks to be successful. It goes against their narrative.
Yeah.
It's true. That is true. Farrah says, I hate that beat themselves BS. Nah, you lose.
Yeah, they lost the game.
Yeah, but it's the same thing they were doing in week 1 with Cleveland, right? It was Cleveland kind of beat themselves at the end of the game, and they're they're contenders, and they proved it in this game that they choked away. It doesn't make any sense. No, they didn't beat themselves. The Chiefs beat them. Kansas City didn't beat themselves tonight. Baltimore beat them.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah. Just Alice says that first interception wasn't really his fault. They were saying that there might have been some miscommunication between him and Sammy Watkins. Maybe that's and maybe because he kind of looked away from Sammy after that. He didn't really target him too much after that. So maybe it's one of those things where I can't trust you, dude. Not in this moment. Listen, when it's a big moment, butts get a little tight, right? You start going to your go-to guys. You start going to guys that you know you can trust.
Who Lamar's go-to guy is? Lamar.
In Hollywood. Yeah. All right. Like he did, it ain't even Andrews anymore. Like it used to be Andrews, right? Now it's just Lamar's like, Hollywood.
Well,
it's me and you. It's me and you.
But I've been saying that since early on when they were talking about, Mark Andrews, that's his guy. I'm like, that's his guy because he ain't got nobody else. As soon as you get him somebody else to throw the ball to, it ain't going to be Andrews no more.
You know what he reminds me of? And I'm not saying, look, Andrews is a fine tight end, but it reminds me of Jeremy Shockey when it Cam's rookie year, right? Mm-hmm. And not just Jeremy Shockey, like a lot of tight ends. Rookie quarterbacks tend to lean on tight ends more, right? They're there, they're open, they're reliable, and they get comfortable with them. They're kind of like training wheels, and Mark Andrews is like Lamar's training wheels, and he's kind of growing out of that now. And not to say that Mark Andrews isn't going to be a good tight end or even not put up numbers, but times like this, when plays need to be made, you saw who he went to. It was Hollywood. You know why? Because Hollywood was consistently getting open, consistently making those catches.
Joseph has another theory on that. Andrews got his money. Now Lamar's trying to get Marquise his money. There you go.
Well, I'm sure he wants something.
That's what a real leader does. Yeah. Okay, get you paid.
Oh, Marquise is going to get his money. He might change his name to Money Brown. Okay, Money Marquise. That'll be his name, Money Marquise. Yeah. Andrews ain't top 5. He's top 5 by default. Like who you putting ahead of him outside the big 3, right?
You got Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, and then you can make an argument, or you can say Kyle Pitts, right? He's got all the hype, and he's playing decent right now. But it's his rookie year. It's 2 games in.
Yeah.
Outside of him, I mean,
he's top 5.
I think he's just after you get past those 3, it's a lot of tight ends that are right on that same level, like Hawkinson, even Goddard, Andrews. Like it's a lot of guys who are just kind of right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No,
and it's the top 3, and then 10 guys are tied for 4th.
Like you can make arguments. Maybe some of those guys are better, but they're not putting up the numbers that Mark Andrews is putting up. Right. And look, man, that's a product of Lamar, but it is what it is. Yeah. Kittle, Kelsey, Waller, everyone else. Yep, that's what it is.
Tough saying Hawkinson and Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
I would agree with you with Hunter Henry if he would ever play football.
Yeah.
I like Hunter Henry. But
like we were talking about injuries earlier. Yeah, we were talking about injuries earlier. He stays hurt, and look, you gotta be on the field to compete if you're going to be compared to other players.
Right? I'm a little offended that none of y'all said Dan Arnold yet, but it's whatever.
I should start Dan Arnold on my fantasy football league. I got to check, man. We haven't been doing fantasy football updates on here. I was
because the games haven't been going in the proper direction for us to do those kind of updates yet.
Hey, LBHT crew. Anybody has their app open, the ESPN app, check to see if I won my game. This might be a reversal of fortune from last week. Last week I played Barnett.
Did win.
I won.
139 to 137 over Davon.
Oh, Davon. Let's go. This last week I played Garnett. ESPN said I had a 99% chance of winning that game. I don't think I had anybody else left, but Garnett had Derek Carr, and Derek Carr throwing
and that Latavius Murray.
And Latavius Murray. But the Latavius Murray didn't kill me. It was that touchdown pass in overtime. That touchdown pass is what lost me the game, right? He had a 1% chance of winning, and that touchdown pass beat me last week. This week, I checked, and ESPN said I had a 1% chance of winning, and Lamar came through. Lamar came through. Yep.
Z says Tavon Young always around the ball. Yeah, last week he was just watching it though. This week he got his hands on it.
Well, he was around the ball. He was around the defender too, but or the wide receiver.
Yeah.
He was wrapped around wide receiver, but he was around the ball too.
I am down by 38 points in my game, and I have Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones left, and they better show up tomorrow night against Detroit. Otherwise, the transfer window is open. All right. If I lose this game, I'm taking calls on Aaron Rodgers.
Mr. J says he's 2-0. Who joins him at 2-0?
Man, whatever. Don't really care about your team.
We got to do some score updates. You got it up. Do some score updates.
All right. So let me see here. Like I said, I'm down 38. I got Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones to go. Our guy Derek looks like he hasn't won it yet. He's playing against our dad. He's got a 15-point lead, and our dad has Randall Cobb left, so that's a tough one. Derek about to be 2-0.
If Aaron Rodgers goes off, look, I don't know.
Yeah. You won your game over Davon. Garnett looks like he's going to get the win over Mikey. He looks like he's got Devontae Adams left, but Mikey's got Jared Goff and the Green Bay defense, and he's only down 16. DJ Moore or Feed Me More. Yeah, he won his game, whatever. Won it over Brandon. I got Tony Hendo who said he wants the belt. He got a win over Jose Verduzco.
Nice.
Ferris coming through with a win over one of our patrons, Caleb. Wow. The other Caleb.
Yes, he put it in there. He beat the other Caleb.
Yeah. And then Dallas fan Caleb looks like he got stomped out this week.
Ooh.
By Deshaun.
Oh,
so yeah.
Those are your LCFL fantasy football updates.
Why the hate, Jay? Because I had Tyson Williams, Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Jones, and I should have won my game last week. But Green Bay decided to take the week off, and Greg Roman decided that Tyson Williams didn't need the ball anymore. That's why the hate. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought that was very apparent.
A-Song A says Steelers lose to the Raiders and our Ravens beat the Chiefs. What a good Sunday. Yeah. Shout out to our man Shug. Well, where is Shug, man?
Yeah.
Where is Shug? He was here.
I'm sorry, Caleb. All I care about is that the Cowboys won. Yeah, that's what losers say all the time, man.
Hey, you know what, man? And shout out to the Cowboys. That was a good win.
That's a good win over the Chargers. Chargers are a tough team.
Yeah. So, all right. A couple more minutes and let's get out of here. It's already late and I gotta get up early tomorrow. Yes. Yeah,
so next week Baltimore's got Detroit.
Yes.
I was gonna say we could like break that down a little bit, but I think that's gonna be R-rated.
So okay, so
Baltimore gonna run right through them.
Yes, yeah. We're not gonna have any problems with them. That's a 1:00 game, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
we played 2 back-to-back primetime games. I think we got some more primetime games later this year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get flexed at some point too. Okay, Thursday, Panthers play. We will not be doing a post-game show on our show, but we will be on the highlights show. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be on the highlights.
Gonna join, maybe join Ferris for a little bit and break down that game.
Okay, so
Ferris and Caleb.
So Panthers fans, if you want to break down from us on that game on Thursday, go to the Let's Get Ready Network. Follow Ferris and Caleb. They'll give you all the information. They do a highlight show every Thursday night following the Thursday night game. So yeah, you can find us there. And then Sunday we'll do a live stream after the Ravens game. And of course, every Wednesday we do our Wednesday night show, 7:15, the LBHT show. All right.
Mm-hmm.
JP wants to know, hey fellas, did you happen to see Proche Aimward tonight?
I did. I saw him. He got on the field a couple times. He ain't, on that touchdown on the jump pass to Hollywood. If you watch the replay, they were double teaming James Proche. Had a couple Chiefs defenders just kind of standing there watching him, and then neither one of them went with Hollywood, and they gave up a touchdown.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you only invited B. Oh, I see how it is. Oh, okay. All right. Fine.
Wow.
You know what? That's cool. That. I'll get my sleep. I'm good with that. But yeah, look, Prochet, you're just not gonna see a lot from Prochet this year, man. Like you're not.
I mean, or any year.
Not here, anyway.
Or anywhere.
He could catch on. Look, I don't know what Prochet is going to be in this league, right? Like he could grow into something at some point, but it's not going to happen on this team, right? It's just not going to happen. Hollywood, when Rashad comes back, Rashad Bateman, Sammy Watkins, they're getting the majority. You know, you got Mark Andrews, and they are going to see what they have in Boykin. They're not going to give up on Boykin, yo. Boykin is a 3rd round pick. And he's got good size and athleticism. Boykin is a very good athlete. He tested off the charts in his spark score, right?
Yeah, and despite what a lot of Ravens fans were saying in that preseason game where Prochet made that pretty routine touchdown catch and then stared down the Washington defender, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you ain't never seen Miles Boykin do that." He did that routinely in college. You know, he hasn't done it a whole lot of the NFL, but I mean,
okay, it's a great moment, and okay, maybe you never seen him do that, but you know what you have seen him do that Prochet hasn't done? Get open.
I was gonna say play in games.
Yeah, but, separate from the defender.
Yeah,
Boykin can do that.
Yeah,
but they're not going to give up on somebody like that easily. You know why? The answer is it was on Monday. Darren Waller, right? Darren Waller didn't look like he was gonna really put it together. And I understand Darren Waller has some other personal issues he was battling. But hold on, I know he was battling some other personal issues. But he had a good frame, good athleticism, and for him to go to another team and reach his potential, it hurts. So they're not going to give up on Boykin that easily. They're gonna make sure that they did their due diligence with him before they cut him. There's our man Mikey. What's going on, man? I meant to send you a link, man. I wanted to bring you on.
So does Prochet, just Allo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Prochet is not some great route runner. Like,
what is this? I mean, if the Ravens don't want him, then maybe the Panthers pick him up. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Boykin. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Prochet for a minute. I was like, nah.
Hey, Mikey, I might have to bring you on Wednesday. I meant to send Mikey a link. Mikey was at the game. I want to get his reaction to it.
Yeah, Double A said Boykin would make Lamar's job a lot easier in the end zone.
Yeah.
If he could catch and stuff.
Yeah. So, yep, Carolina win, QT 0. That's right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah.
About to be 3-0.
Yeah. So good day for the LBHT crew. All right. Except for Ferris.
Yeah.
They should have won that game. No. But all right, guys. We're gonna call it a night, man. We did an hour here. We will be back on Wednesday. We're gonna talk. We'll talk about this more. We'll talk about the Panthers win more, and then we'll talk about the upcoming games, which should be wins for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, guys. Enjoy this. This was big. This was huge. All right.
We better not lose to Davis Mills. That is correct.
No, no. I'm writing that down as a win right now. I'm still out here, can't get out the parking lot. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Mikey discussed that earlier. He had his doubts about going to the game, and me and Mikey said it. We said, look, as long as they don't embarrass us, just don't embarrass us. We're good with it.
Duvernay had a touchdown today, so
he did. Yeah,
another one stolen from my guy Tyson.
And that wasn't nothing either. He bailed out Latavius Murray because that could have been disastrous.
Tyson Williams was on the fumble on that one.
Oh, it was Tyson. I could not say Latavius. I'm sorry, Latavius. Tyson Williams. Yeah, he bailed out Tyson. Well, that's why see, they're saying, see, that's why you can't give him the ball. No, he bailed him out. That was a good heads up play from Duvernay.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm now I kept on thinking it was Murray. now that I think about it, they still gave Tyson the ball after that. Usually, young players like that, they just say, "Yo, you're not getting back in the game." Yeah. So, props to the coaching staff for recognizing, hey.
Well, they knew they had to win this one.
Right, yeah. It's so crazy when you have to have a game, which you do, right?
Yeah. Panthers fan this week and every week, Ferris.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Y'all have a good night. We will see you on Wednesday. If you want to chat with us, man, hit up Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're on that every day. All right. Follow us, send us a message, tweet at us, all that good stuff. We'll respond. All right. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. And we will see you next time. Peace out.